English Each Day presents The Haunting of Blackwood Manor. Blackwood Manor stood at the edge of town, hidden behind towering oak trees and covered in a thick layer of ivy. The house had been abandoned for decades, its windows shattered, and its once grand exterior now faded and broken. Stories about the manor were whispered among the townspeople, tales of strange noises, ghostly figures, and mysterious disappearances. For a group of 5 teenagers, Blackwood Manor was the ultimate test of bravery. The group consisted of Sam, the daring leader who never backed down from a challenge; Lily, the skeptic who always looked for a logical explanation; Ben, the tech geek who loved capturing everything on his camera; Emma, the creative one with a vivid imagination; and Jake, the quiet observer who rarely spoke but noticed everything. One crisp autumn evening, Sam proposed the idea. "Let's spend the night at Blackwood Manor," he said, his eyes gleaming with excitement. "You can't be serious," Lily replied, crossing her arms. "Come on," Sam urged. "It's just an old house. Besides, don't you want to see if the stories are true?" Emma hesitated. "What if they are?" Jake shrugged. Only one way to find out. It was decided. They would enter the house at sunset and stay until dawn. Each of them brought supplies: flashlights, snacks, and, in Ben's case, a handheld camera to document their adventure. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the group stood in front of the rusty iron gates of Blackwood Manor. The air was still, and the house loomed over them like a dark shadow. "This place is worse than I imagined," Emma whispered. "Exactly why we have to do this," Sam said, pushing open the creaking gate. The group walked up the overgrown path to the front door, which hung slightly ajar. Ben recorded their every step, narrating as if he were hosting a ghost hunting show. "And here we are," he said dramatically. "The infamous Blackwood Manor, where the unexplained happens." "Cut it out, Ben," Lily snapped. "Let's just get this over with." Sam pushed open the door, and it groaned loudly, as if protesting their entry. Inside, the air was heavy with dust, and the floorboards creaked under their weight. The grand staircase in the foyer was broken in places, and faded wallpaper peeled from the walls. "Okay, this is officially creepy," Emma said, gripping her flashlight tightly. Jake pointed to a painting on the wall, a portrait of a stern-looking man with piercing eyes. "He doesn't look too welcoming," he muttered, static for a few seconds before returning to normal. "Did you see that?" Ben asked, rewinding the footage. "It's probably just interference," Lily said, though her voice wavered. In the dining room, they found a long table covered in dust and cobwebs. Plates and glasses were still set, as if waiting for a meal that never came. Why would they leave it like this? Emma wondered aloud. "I read that the family who lived here disappeared one night," Ben said. "No one knows what happened to them." "Great bedtime story," Lily muttered. In the hallway, they came across a door that was locked with a heavy chain. Scratches covered the wood, as if someone, or something, had tried to claw its way through. "Now that's suspicious," Sam said, kneeling to inspect it. "Do you think there's something behind it?" Emma asked. "There's only one way to find out," Sam replied. Ben shined his flashlight on the door. "The chain looks old. I bet we can break it." Jake, who had been silent for most of the time, spoke up. "Maybe we shouldn't." "Now that's suspicious," Sam said, kneeling to inspect it. "Do you think there's something behind it?" Emma asked. "There's only one way to find out," Sam replied. Ben shined his flashlight on the door. "The chain looks old. I bet we can break it." Jake, who had been silent for most of the time, spoke up. "Maybe we shouldn't." Sam smirked. "Getting scared, Jake?" Jake didn't answer, but his unease was clear. As the night wore on, the group began hearing noises, soft whispers, footsteps in the distance, and the occasional sound of something scraping against the walls. "It's just the wind," Lily insisted, though her hands trembled as she held her flashlight. "Wind doesn't whisper," Emma replied. Ben pointed his camera down a long, dark hallway. "What's that?" he asked, zooming in. The group froze as they saw a faint shadow move across the hallway. "Okay, now I'm officially freaked out," Lily said. Sam grinned nervously. This is what we came for, right? Let's keep going. In the kitchen, they found a door leading to the basement. The air grew colder as they descended the rickety stairs. It's a diary, she said. It belonged to someone named Eleanor. The entries were filled with frantic writing about strange occurrences in the house, unseen figures, doors opening and closing on their own, and the feeling of being watched. She wrote about the locked door upstairs, Emma said. She said no one should ever open it. Ben's camera flickered again, and this time, a chilling whisper came through the audio. Leave. Did you hear that? Ben asked, his face pale. Let's go back upstairs, Jake said firmly. Back in the hallway, the group stood in front of the locked door. The air felt heavier, and the whispers grew louder. Are we really doing this? Emma asked. We have to, Sam said. We've come this far. Using a metal rod they found in the basement, Sam managed to break the chain. The door creaked open, revealing a small room with a single chair in the center. On the chair was a porcelain doll, its face cracked and its eyes unervingly lifelike. That's unsettling, Lily said, stepping back. As they entered the room, the door slammed shut behind them. The whispers turned into laughter, high-pitched and echoing. What's happening? Emma cried. The doll's head turned slowly, its glassy eyes fixing on the group. Get out, a voice boomed, shaking the walls. Panic set in as the group tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. The room grew colder, and shadows began to move around them. Jake finally kicked the door open, and they ran out, the laughter following them. Back in the foyer, they could hear footsteps rushing toward them. They didn't stop to look back. They burst through the front door and didn't stop running until they were far from the house. The next morning, the group gathered at a diner, exhausted but alive. So, that happened, Theo said, breaking the silence. Do you think anyone will believe us? Lily asked. Probably not, Sam admitted. But we know the truth. Emma looked at the footage on Ben's camera. The strange shadows and whispers were all there. Whatever that place is, she said, it's not just an old house. Jake finally spoke. Some doors are better left closed. The group nodded in agreement, vowing never to return to Blackwood Manor. Did this story send shivers down your spine? Subscribe to our channel for more thrilling and mysterious tales that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Perfect for improving your English while enjoying exciting adventures. Hit that subscribe button and join us for more.